Hey guys, what's up? Just want to make a video to see what you guys think about the new Michael Jackson Xscape album that was just released a couple of days ago, May 2014. I'm actually really digging the album. I'm really surprised. Some of the original version songs are better than the added to amplified songs. Like here, I'm listening to "Do You Know Where Your Children Are," but it's not the original. It's the enhanced one or whatever, remix or whatever. Uh, my favorite songs, I find that Love Never Felt So Good with Justin Timberlake was pretty good. Uh, Escape was awesome. I think that so far, like, I can't really decide if I like the originals over some of the new hyped up ones. Like the very first time I heard "Do You Know Where Your Children Are," the one that was added to that, not the original, but the other one. I don't know how to say it, the enhanced one, I guess, or the remixed one. Fell in love with it right away. The very first time I heard it, I was like, wow, this is a killer song. It's awesome. And the original version is more guitar oriented, so I'm a guitar player. So I'm gonna, there's a guitar solo in it. So I'm gonna take and figure that song out on guitar, and I'm gonna upload it for musicians, guitar players. I think it's a good album, man. The King of Pop is back, man. He's been dead almost 5 years. June 25th, 2009, June 25th, 2014, 5 years. 5 years, and you release an album. I mean, yeah, it's with Sony. Whatever. I mean, he had his things with Sony, and I think this is probably his final album with Sony. So if there's anything else that comes up in the future, it could be probably released by the Michael Jackson estate. I mean, Michael Jackson doesn't need to go to any record label. I mean, he can release that with his own money, whatever. He can just release it. He doesn't need a record label. He can be solo. Lots of people sue their record labels all the time to own their own music catalog. I mean, Michael Jackson owns some of the Beatles catalog, so people do that, and it happens like that. Another song that I like is that "Slave to the Rhythm." That's pretty awesome. The original and the hyped up one, I think, is pretty good. So far, I mean, if I was to give it out of 10, I'd probably say it's about a 7. I mean, the original versions are sometimes better than the hyped up ones, because the hyped up ones, it makes you wonder if Michael Jackson would have approved that style, that sound. I mean, he was a king of pop. He liked that style, and he probably would have liked whoever the hell produced the album. I'm not sure. It's probably some big name producer. Like, you say, like, I wonder when he wrote these songs, whenever he, maybe when he come up with these songs. But he said that before, when he would do an album, he would write 100 songs. He said that in an interview to a big public crowd. He said every time he writes an album, he writes at least 100 songs. So some of these songs could have been written during the History Tour. Some of them could have been during Invincible. Dangerous, Bad. I don't doubt Thriller. Or Off the Wall. I'm gonna guess they were probably during History and his 2001 album. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure. I don't know what the sources are or whatever. But some of the original songs turn out to be better, I find, than the ones that have been hyped up and added to. Because sometimes, the original, if you're straight singing it, and you're singing it how you want to sing it, and you're using your own, your style, yourself, what you want on the song. I mean, Michael Jackson's not here to say, okay, put this here, add a little reverb here, a little bit of treble here, volume, bring it up. So, it makes you wonder if you would like the enhanced versions, rather than his original versions. But I think he probably would have. I think he would be happy with this album. I don't give a damn who released it. I mean, it doesn't matter. It just goes to show that Michael Jackson, even in death, can still reign as the king of pop. Like the king of pop, he's back. It's like he never died. I mean, yeah, it looks a little funny, the cover of the Xscape album with that little solo in his face. But I think it's also a cool pic too. It's a really cool picture because it's enhanced. It's obviously like Photoshop, that type of thing. So you don't, it's different. But I mean, I think Michael Jackson would have approved of this album. I think this album was really, really good. Enhanced versions, remixes, whatever, original versions. I mean, I'm sure he probably would have dug it all. So I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. I've been a Michael Jackson fan since I was a kid. Like, I remember listening to Thriller and watching the making of Thriller when I was like 6. So that would have been like 1988. 1988, I was 6. I mean, I started listening to Michael Jackson from when I was a kid right till when he died. I had old videos before that I lost, but I made one on the day he died. I lost a bunch of videos and stuff on my account. Uh, yeah, so I think that I'm gonna give this album about a 7 out of 10. Like song wise, I mean like Chicago, like Loving You, A Place with No Name. Some of them are a little slowed down. Some of them, like, Escape, like it's got a nice escape, like the rhythm part. I like that as far as songs. I don't like rap music, but a little bit. So I think some of the beats and all that, I think you would have approved of. So I'm gonna give this album about a 7 out of 10. Xscape, Michael Jackson, 5 years after his death. It's like the King of Pop is back. It's like Michael Jackson's not going to die. I mean, the impersonators keep his legacy, his persona alive, but now that they've released an album 5 years, nearly 5 years after his death, that he's still alive. I mean, yeah, there's lots of other artists that released albums after they died, like Tupac. Oh my God, they must have released 10 Tupac albums after he died. I mean, so many artists, but you can't compare anybody to Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer of all time. Better Sinatra, Ray Charles, Prince, all these people. I think he just blows them out of the water. Everybody. I think he was the greatest entertainer that ever lived. And when he died, I mean, it was just. I mean, he crashed everything. He crashed the internet. I remember going to Yahoo and it was down. Yahoo.com was down. Like Twitter was down, Facebook, everything. He just crashed the internet. And it's like I read somewhere that somebody said only Michael Jackson could stop the world, and it's true. His death stopped everything. So it was tragic beyond tragic how he died still. So like, so yeah. Anyhow, like I said, I'll give this album a 7 out of 10 rating. Give me your guys' feedback. Tell me what you guys think about the album. What tracks you like. My favorite track is where you're. Do you know where your children are? Why the hell do I have to look at that? I've listened to it about a million times. I like the enhanced version, but I also like the original version because the original version is more guitar oriented, and I'm a guitar player, so I'm gonna learn it on guitar and then I'm gonna upload it to YouTube as a guitar. Because there's a guitar solo in it and stuff like I said. So anyhow, yeah, let me know what you guys think. All right, thanks for watching.